doesn't make sense that way.
You're sure it does?
No, I don't think so. So, I think I hit start. Didn't make any noises. Huh? It says we are live. Notified of all live videos. I don't need to get notified. Oh well, there's Sarah Spangler's on.
Hi, Sarah.
Well, yeah. No. Now I just have to figure out where it is here. Page to reload. I think it's one of these days I'll actually spend some time with this thing. We don't seem. Is it not connecting? Well, it must be, yeah.
I've had some problems with Facebook just not showing everything the last couple of days.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with it. There we go.
Yep, there we are. In your ukulele shirt.
In my ukulele shirt that you made for me.
Years before I even played ukulele.
Ah, hello to our friends down under. And Lisa's on and Sarah's on. Hey everybody. So we've been starting to try and start these a little bit early, and I thought I'd throw a PSA in. So every week we learn, essentially, we may be familiar with the songs, but we're essentially learning 6 or 7 new songs. And one of the challenges that anybody who's trying to do music may find is that these songs are in very strange keys for any number of reasons, or they're in keys that are just unreachable by range. So this is a transposing wheel. And while it'd be really great that I had every transposition memorized and would know everything about it, what you basically do is whatever key the song is in, or you could just start with the first chord, is on the outside wheel, and then you turn the inside wheel. So let's say you had a song in G. You probably can't read it. So I have G on the outside wheel, and I have D on the inside wheel. And I change my G chords to D chords, and then I just go around the wheel, and it tells me which way to change the chords. And it saves you a lot of heartache. I'm slowly getting better at it, but it's a quick way to change keys and try out, is this in a good key?
Some people who don't really understand what the circle of fifths are call this a circle of fifths. So you might be handed a circle of fifths and go, that's not what that is. Well, it's a transposition wheel is what it is.
Just Google transposing wheel if you want to make one. I found a pattern. I printed it on cardstock, like business cardstock, in my inkjet printer. And I tacked it together with one of those. I actually used a rivet from my shop, which the Scadians will find funny because, well, I got rivets laying around. I don't have the little yellow brads. We didn't have any in the house. I mean, we have some somewhere, but I don't know where they are. But it's allowed us to rearrange a lot of these songs into places where we can sing them. And that's
Which
nice.
is still tricky because often if it's just right for me, it's a little too high for him. And if it's just right for him, it's a little too low for me. So we kind of split the difference.
Yeah. Or sometimes I just sing it badly, and that's the key that it's in. And you can only do so much with changing. But it's interesting because as we dig through a lot of these songs from the 50s, they're in really strange keys. And I think that a lot of it was because all that music was recorded on tape. And if you wanted to make the song fit a radio slot, you could speed up or slow down the tape a little bit. And so back then, if you simply, how when you hear a tape running too low, it would go roar, 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 okay? They didn't have any technology other than speed, so if they slowed it down, it was a little lower. If they sped it up, it's a little higher. And so you get odd, sharp keys, or I've heard that a lot of musicians back in the era always tuned their guitars down. So you could play E-flat open on a guitar, which E-flat is not an easy chord to play. It's not a hard chord to play on guitar, but you can't play it open. It's a bar chord. And we're going to use it in a song tonight. But the whole thing with these, what they did in the 50s and the 60s, and if you try and find the key of some of these songs.
Except they did modern songs too, because Glitter and Gold, which we did the first week.
F sharp?
D sharp. It's a D sharp, and it's like, why would it be? So we just made it in D.
We made it in D. And that's an easy change because it's a half step down and you go rewrite all the chords. But we did that. We did a bunch of modifying of songs for this set tonight because a couple of these songs, and one of them is still at the very, very top of my range.
But I think he sings it beautifully.
Well, we'll see. 5 minutes. Okay. So, anyways, and if anybody has questions, if any of y'all are trying to learn music, want to learn pop music, we have a Facebook group for our Hootenanny, and one of the things out there is there's about 100 songs out in the Hootenanny group that are already arranged and on sheets that you can take and use if you want to get your feet wet playing. Because a lot of these songs, like the first song we're going to play tonight, has 3 chords, 4 chords,
4 chords,
4 chords. And if you want to get your feet wet with music, I probably wouldn't pick Stairway to Heaven or Hotel California. Those are hard songs. Or Inagata Davida or something else, where there are a lot of nice, easy 2, 3, 4 chord songs that get you going that are familiar tunes, which is a lot of what we're playing. But if you're looking for a source of music and tunes, message me on Facebook and I can add you to our Hootenanny music group.
Because the Hootenanny involved people of all skill levels, so we wanted songs that A, were easy to play, and B, were well enough known that people of different ages would still be familiar with them and all be able to know the melody and sing along.
Although you'd be surprised, it was funny when we did Hotel California a couple of weeks ago. My mother had never heard the song; she didn't know what it was, but she's all about classical music and show tunes, and so she was like, "I've never heard that song." My mom will be 80 in July. So in 80 years, she hasn't. So it's already in the 40 or so years. When did Hotel California come out?
79.
79. So.
It was 78.
But
Late
it's
70s.
late 70s.
Yeah.
80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. So that song is 40 years old. Is that right? 50
Yeah.
years? No, it can't be 50.
77, because I think he came out the year
Yeah.
after I graduated.
Right. Yeah, 77 to 2017 would be 40 years, right?
Yeah.
So, things you learn. So as we have journeyed through, we've become better musicians, and we've certainly done a lot of song arranging, and we are equal partners in that. Mary does as much to help arrange the songs as I do, and we tinker with these tunes.
Basically, he arranged it like he wants to, and I go, "No, that's wrong. Do it this way." And he goes, "Okay."
Well, also, an awful lot of what you find online is wrong. Ultimate Guitar, which is a nice site that you have to pay to join, they have a lot. They have tens of. I think they say that they have 10 or 15, 20,000 songs already marked up to play, but they have lots of imperfections. Although somebody noted today, we were talking about on my daily song thread, I think Rick Smith, my friend from high school, lifelong friend, commented that in an interview with Hart, Nancy Wilson, who plays the guitar for Hart, said she's not sure she ever plays the song the same way twice, which explains a lot. You hear different recordings or different live versions, and the songs aren't quite the same.
Well, and then the one version of one of the songs we're doing tonight, it was wrong. So I said, "Well, I have the songbook. I'll look it up in the songbook." And I looked it up in the songbook, and it's like,
it was wrong too.
it was the copy from the computer was the same as the one in the songbook. And we have the record, and there were words missing, like 2 or 3 lines off the chorus were missing, and it was in the wrong key, and so.
But
luckily,
even matching songs to the words can be a challenge, because which version are you going with? Live versions often differ in key. The singer was a little more tired that day, so the band, because these are pro bands, they will just drop the whole song. We'll drop the whole song 1 step, 2 semitones. We'll drop it so it's a little lower, a little easier to sing. The one band that's very consistent with their live and recorded performances that I'm sure there are more than a few, but Bon Jovi, the way they do it on the albums is the way they perform it live on all their recordings. And John Bon Jovi just released something. They did an isolation video with the whole band, something for New York Strong, and it was really good. That guy's got an amazing voice.
do you have your throat spray over there?
I do. not just for singers. I know that Duke Gabriel and Dices Constanza are on. You know, we used that when we were on the throne. A little something to smooth out your voice. Your voice.
Provided you don't choke on it.
Provided you don't choke on the delicious. This is the strawberry lemonade, yeah. I'm actually drinking, in addition to drinking Guinness in our lovely throwback glasses from Countess Tamara. I'm drinking throat coat tea, another gift from Countess Tamara that has really helped us out. Okay, well I think we're about ready to get going here, so thank you all for joining us. We're up to 16 people. This week we're covering a fair few request tunes, so we are all over the map with this set list, but we had a lot of fun learning the songs this week and got to knock out some songs we really have wanted to do. So,
And you notice I have a capo, he does not. It's because on the ukulele, E is not a fun chord. So I'm playing D's and he's playing E's.
All right, so here we go. Thanks again for joining us. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you creeping round my bedstead. Sundown, you better take care if I find you creeping round my bedstead. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man can make. Getting lost in a cabin is her first mistake. Sundown, you better take care if I find you creeping round my bedstead. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. I can see her looking fast in her faded jeans. She's a hard-loving woman, got me feeling mean. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sundown, you better take care if I find you creeping round my bedstead. Sundown, you better take care if I find you creeping round my bedstead. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. So that was Sundown by Gordon Lightfoot. I think this keeps changing view. Could you just walk around and make sure it's still recording? Just walk around. Because this changed twice and I'm not sure that it's
Streaming?
it says it's live, but I don't know. Does it show? What does it say?
It says, where would it say?
Is it up at the top say live?
No, it doesn't.
Ah. For some reason it quit streaming. Or no.
Oh, there, it does it. Okay. It hid where it
Okay.
said live.
Let's see. I think it's streaming. Yeah, live. Okay.
Yeah, so someone posted you are on.
How very strange. I try and have it over here on my, okay, thank you Paula and Adela. I have it over here on my iPad to try and see if I can see your comments. Okay, So anyways, that was Sundown by Gordon Lightfoot, a legendary Canadian. That's a fun song. That's one we do in the Hootenanny a lot. Really easy. 4 chords. So we're going to take care of request. This song is, this artist was requested. So when people pick the artist, we often pick the song. This took some work. Hey, we're still in tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. Longer than there have been fishes in the ocean, higher than any bird ever flew, longer than there have been stars up in the heavens. I've been in love with you, stronger than any mountain cathedral, truer than any tree ever grew, deeper than any forest primeval. I am in love with you. I'll bring fires in the winter. You'll send flowers in the spring. We'll fly through the falls and summers with love on our wing. Through the years as the fires start to mellow, burning lines in the book of our lives, with the binding cracks and the pages start to yellow, I'll be in love with you. I'll be in love with you. Longer than there have been fishes in the ocean, higher than any bird ever flew, longer than there have been stars up in the heavens. I've been in love with you. I am in love with you. So that was, of course, Longer by Dan Fogelberg. We got to see him live. He came to Wright State's arena, the Nutter Center, and his show was amazing. He had a 4-piece band, and Timothy B. Schmidt is it. We saw them when the Eagles were on there. We're never coming back together until Hell Freezes Over. So his bass player for his 4-piece was Timothy B. Schmidt, who wrote a lot of the Eagles hits, and so they did some of the Eagles songs, which was fun. And then in the middle of the show, he came out with a dobro, a resonator guitar, the one that has a big hubcap in the middle, and he played blues for about half an hour. They did 3 sets, and they were so incredibly good. Glad we got to see him live. So we always have to have an Irish song. Do you ever notice that your nose never itches until you start playing a song, for you musicians out there? Okay. This was so I'm using a technique for those interested. I am capoing only the top 5 strings, and I'm leaving the E string open. This tuning is sometimes called open E. So when I play a D chord, my D is up 1 step to make an E, but you get this big resonant sound, sort of like you're in a D tune, and it's nice sound. I use this tuning a lot. So I'll do a little Irish tune for you here. A couple of things to help you understand this song. One of the characters' name is Whack or Whacker. Douglas is the capital of the Isle of Man, which is what this song is largely about. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Words we the railroad stock, 20 So that tune is called "The Craic Was 90 in the Isle of Man." For
We
those of
think
you,
that means that it was a really great time in the
so the Craic is like the fun. You talk about the Craic, and it's an Irish word, and when you're in sessions,
in Australia they use it sometimes too. Because we'll
maybe
forget pronunciation.
maybe Gavin Stanzi could tell us if you've heard that term. So Craic, but like fun. The title is "The Craic Was 90 in the Isle of Man," so we're thinking that means it was really good. There's a lot of slang in this song. A Liverpool lad was by her side and he's pegging the jar into her. He's buying her drinks, but Whacker dances with her anyways, of course, and it turns into a giant brawl. It's a really fun song. It was written by a guy named Barney Rush, but a musician in Ireland named Paddy Riley, who's got a great band, made that song pretty famous. So one of the things we've been having a lot of fun doing is digging our way into older music, 50s, 40s. This is 40s?
40s,
40s, 50s. It's been really fun to rediscover some of the stuff that I grew up listening to, but also just discovering some of this music that we hadn't listened to. So here's a well-known tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod for and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing trees. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Say, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? I'm free and ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? No more looking, I know I've been tooken. How's about keeping steady company? I'm gonna throw my big book over the fence and find me one more 5 or 10 cents. I'll keep it till it's covered with tape, 'cause I'm writing my name down every page. Say, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? So that was "Hey Good Lookin" by the legendary Hank Williams Sr. This was a fun song to learn, and it's a spot about Americana. So a $2 bill in the 40s would have been a fair amount of money to have in your pocket, and then $2 bills got reissued in the 80s, I think.
In the 70s.
70s. Kind of fun. And it's interesting how he wrote the song, because it's how's, H-O-W, but how's about saving all your time? How's about cooking something up with me? How's about keeping, but how's about?
Well, and my favorite word in it
Is
took
tooken.
in.
Yeah, no more looking. I know I've been tooken, so either tooken for taken, or I've been took in, or yeah.
Thank you for taking.
Yeah. So for all of you writing songs who agonize over words, these songwriters just make them
change it.
Just change it. I always cite Neil Diamond's legendary "Songs She Sang to Me, Songs She Brang to Me." Pretty sure if you go look up "brang" in the dictionary, you're not going to find it. All right. I think this was also moderately a request for this artist, and it's your favorite artist, so
Yeah.
we had some fun learning this song too. Once we arranged it and got all the chords in the right places. Amazing how much better the song works. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who has torn it apart, and she's taken almost all that I've got. But if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. But when it comes to being lucky, she's first. When it comes to loving me, she's worse. When it comes to being loved, she's first. That's how I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. I still want you by my side, just to help me dry the tears that I cry. 'Cause I'm sure gonna give you a try, and if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. 'Cause when it comes to being lucky, she's first. When it comes to loving me, she's worse. But when it comes to being loved, she's first. That's how I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. 'Cause when it comes to being lucky, she's first. When it comes to loving me, she's worse. But when it comes to being loved, she's first. That's how I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know. So that was The First Cut is the Deepest by Cat Stevens, and that is from his album New Masters.
Which is like this third or fourth album that he had.
Yeah, that song was fun. We've appreciated now 2 for 2 on Cat Stevens songs. He seems to actually have his instruments in tune, and the songs are in the keys that they appear to be in, which is really nice. Things you appreciate when you're arranging 6 or 7
Except
songs
this
a
is
week.
the one that half the words were missing from the songbook.
Yeah,
Strange.
that was strange. That's why I let you put it together, because you're the big Cat Stevens fan.
Yeah, if I just listen to the song over and over again. Oh, what torture.
We have had a ton of requests for this particular song. And we were not sure we were going to be able to put it together, but once we rekeyed it and spent some time with it, we're pretty happy to do it, and we've gotten a greater appreciation for this artist. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. time. You can spend all your time making money. You can spend all your love making time. If it all fell to pieces tomorrow, would you still be mine? When you're looking for your freedom, nobody seems to care, and you can't find the door, can't find it anywhere. When there's nothing to believe in, still you're coming back, you're running back, you're coming back for more. So put me on the highway, show me a sign, take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit, take it to the limit, take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit, take it to the limit, take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit, take it to the limit, take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit, take it to the limit, take it to the limit one more time. That was Take It to the Limit by, of course, the Eagles. We had a lot of requests for that song, and I'm an Eagles fan. I like them well enough. We own a couple of their albums, but every time we learn a new Eagles song, I have a greater appreciation for their lyric writing. That's just a great friggin' song. We were discussing the line, you can spend all your time making money, or you can spend all your love making time. What a great, great song. So, and we're right on. So we have one more song to do for you folks tonight. I'm a huge 80s music person, but this is a song from the 80s that we both love. So, as always, thank you for spending your Wednesday evening with us, or in this case, your Thursday morning if you're in Australia. And we'll finish up with this tune. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving forward, using all my breath, making love to you was never second best. legendary song of the 80s, modern English, I Melt With You. It's a song we both love. And it's funny because we thought it was going to be really hard, and that song really is essentially 2 chords except for the little bridge. Much easier to play than we thought.
Even the chords we thought would be hard. F9, F add 9. Neither of us had seen this chord before. For me, it's a 1-finger chord.
And for guitar players, it's an F, and the 9 means you've added a G. So here's an F, and here's an F add 9. It's got that nice high note.
So a really cool chord that's easy to do.
So thank you as always for spending some of your time with us. We miss all of you terribly. And we hope that you are safe and well. And we will be back next Wednesday. At this point, we suspect we're probably, we already are pretty sure we're doing this all the way through June. So we hope you can continue to join us. And take care and be safe. And we'll see you next week. I'm not sure if I lost all the, oh, there they are now. Oh, Adela's blaming Flan for something.
Oh, well, that makes sense. He's probably the one affecting our iPad.
I'm not sure we didn't have some. I'm looking forward to having the repeater down here. Barbara put, we get to see you in the pub. Love you too, Caitlin.